Kobe Bryant running the Lakers, international connection. Stars are not into Magic. Current ones, they're into Kobe. He would have the power over LeBron. And you can't tell me that I keep hearing this, Chris. You know, LeBron's got no interest in... Really? Why is he on the phone with Palenka all the time? Why is he always on the phone with Jeannie Buss? Kobe's not going to be doing Hollywood projects when he's 60. It's not. If he loved Hollywood, he would have lived it here and not Orange County.
Colin, I have to say this.
By the way, better lighting on Broussard. It seems dark. There we go. I want to see your handsome face.
When they first Magic left, and I thought, Kobe, Rambis, or don't bring in a former Laker that is just a former Laker. And then I started thinking about Kobe. And you're right. He is incredibly intelligent. He is a hard worker. He's a grinder.
Oh, yeah. Gym rat.
Right. Kobe's not averse to the analytics and the new technology of today. He would obviously know how to get that organization in place. Like, I actually think your theory is a really good one. I really do. And Kobe has said all the right things about LeBron as a Laker. Like, don't blame him. It was injuries. He's been great in that regard. But he's human. And he's Kobe. And he's competitive. And he's always wanted to be the best player ever. He thinks he's better than Michael Jordan and LeBron. How do you think he felt? I mean, Kobe's got 3 rings in the prime of his career. Scores 81 points. And everybody's saying LeBron James is better. And all of the media, including myself, have put LeBron James ahead of Kobe Bryant. There's got to be a part of him that's enjoying LeBron struggling here.
Oh, come on.
And his stature, even Kobe not playing a minute anymore, and his stature keeps rising and rising. And if your theory were to come to pass, and he does do a good job, because, again, I do think he is equipped to do a good job. He has the skills and the intelligence. He could become like the next Jerry West, maybe.
By the way, if you look at Jerry West's history and you look at Kobe's history, I'm not going to do a deep sociological dive, but there are things about both of their childhoods, about the intensity, being doubted by people around them. Jerry's to this day intense.
Yes.
Jerry's 80, smart, and intense. And Kobe's never going to shut that off. I don't think Hollywood satiates Kobe's intellect or his drive.
Well, the only thing I wonder about, because, again, I really think your theory is really good, but I do wonder if Kobe really wants to do it full time. Like, it's a great thing to be able to give your opinion, to be consulted on things, but not have to deal with the daily grind and the responsibility of it. Kobe, he's made a transition to life after basketball incredibly well. And I do wonder if he'd be willing to give all that up. He's a worker. If he decides to do it, he's going to work hard. He's going to be smart enough to do it. But that's the one thing I wonder. Does he just want to have Jeannie's ear and be able to say, oh, I think you should do this. You should look at this guy,
you're not going to get any credit for having somebody's ear.
No, you're right. And that's the thing.
Kobe's not a half-baked kind of in guy.
I thought Kobe would have trouble transitioning to life after basketball.
He's been unbelievable.
He's been tremendous. He really seems to be able to just be like, I really don't care. I really, I'm away from it. Now, maybe we're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But the bottom line is I think your theory is really good. And I don't say that very often to you. But no, that's it. I like it.
Okay. The Kawhi thing. And this is kind of an offshoot of Kobe, because Kawhi had more in common with Kobe than with Magic, because he grew up in San Bernardino. Right. Kobe was his guy. What do you make? Kawhi just answered. Joy showed that. And Kawhi was not willing to give an answer on Toronto. He bought a house in San Diego that's like 13,000 square feet. He grew up here. He's got an uncle he's very close to. I think, what do you make of Kawhi? Now, I just saw a win share thing the other day. It's Jordan, LeBron, and Kawhi all time. I'm concerned that he's not overly verbal. I'm concerned that he doesn't elevate others. But Kawhi is really good.
So, yeah, if I had to handicap where I think he's going right now, I think Clippers 70%, Toronto 20%, Lakers 10%.
Okay.
Now, that could change. What I've been told for the longest is Kawhi just wants to get back to L.A., okay? And if Toronto somehow won the championship this year, I think it's easier for him to leave.
Yeah,
I leave as a champion. Like, I delivered Canada's first NBA title. I got 2 rings. I can do whatever I want. You can't say anything. If they get to the finals and lose, that I think would be the toughest scenario for him to leave. But I do think he's going west.
The player?
Oh, the player, he's great. Like, he goes to the Clippers. That's Toronto West. Like, immediately, I think they're a contender. He's easy to play with because he doesn't dominate the ball, but he can handle it and ISO when he needs to. So now I want to point to the Lakers. I think the Lakers, under your scenario, the Kobe, maybe that would give them a shot. Or one of the names that's been tossed out there, Masai Ujiri, in Toronto right now with Kawhi. Has a good relationship with Kawhi, even though I don't think it'll keep Kawhi in Toronto. What if you bring him in, he revamps your front office, and then you can get Kawhi?
This is brilliant.
Because Kawhi doesn't have a problem with LeBron. It's just I don't know that he necessarily wants to.
This is brilliant. If Jeannie hires the Raptors general manager, it makes it easy for Kawhi to go, I mean, the one guy I loved here.
Right.
I would have stayed, but the guy I loved left to go to the Lakers, so I'm just following him. That is an easy out.
Yeah.
That is because Kawhi doesn't want to be hated anywhere. But if you take the guy that he can claim that's my guy, and then you go, I'm from L.A., they took the GM, that becomes an incredibly easy out for Kawhi.
Look, Colin, earlier in the season, LeBron James's camp was convinced they were getting Kawhi in L.A. with the Lakers. They were convinced, okay? I don't know exactly why. They didn't tell me why. They said, we getting him. A few months ago, that confidence waned. And now I'm not hearing that. I don't think they think they're getting him. But it shows you, like, I don't think he has a problem with LeBron. We saw him playing ball at UCLA last summer. They're friendly. I just don't know if he wants all the, Kawhi just wants to play basketball.
Right.
And be left alone and be in California in the nice weather. So that's one of the draws that the Clippers have. Their front offices run better. But again, whether it's Masai, whether it's David Griffin, whether it's Jerry West, or to your point, Kobe Bryant, if you bring in a new front office regime and you get things going in the right direction, maybe that improves your chances of getting him. All
right, we're going to let you go. You're awesome. It's been an incredible week. The playoffs start tomorrow. You've made all your picks. I've got Boston in the finals against Golden State, and you have
Golden State over Toronto. I hope Milwaukee gets there, but I'm saying Toronto.
I know you and Joy are on this whole Canada thing, and I've told you how I feel.
Canada is a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful.
They are wonderful neighbors to the north, and they also have a very, very good basketball team, which has a lot of United States of America citizens there.
They got a lot of international players too, though.
They do.
They do, but they also have a lot of, I don't like saying American players. Canada is North America.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
We don't have a claim to all America.
Colin, I will say this. I would not want any part of Sacramento's front office if I'm Luke. They're a mess.
What do you think it's down here?
I get that, but there's other Minnesota.
Ain't the Red
what about
Sox
Minnesota? The Timberwolves. You got Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins.
I'm over Andrew
What about
Wiggins.
New Orleans if they get a new GM?
God.
I'm just like Sacramento. Mike Malone was the first coach to get through to Boogie Cousins, and you fire him. Dave Yeager leads you to your best record in 13 years. You playing an exciting brand of ball, and you fire him.
Luke Walton is still the coach of the Lakers.
For now. I don't disagree with Luke going in there and being like, look, I'm out of here if he's got another job. I just don't think, as much as I like that roster, you're right about the roster.
De'Aaron Fox.
That front office, I wouldn't trust it.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.